John.
Tell me, Alan, how did Open OnDemand started, when it started?
Sure. We were just in the right place at the right time.
Okay,
So this goes back over 15 years ago, believe it or not, to the late aughts. And we, like many other people, had clients asking us to be able to use web browsers to access our resources.
Okay.
Before then, it was just terminals, just typing like hacker movies.
Quite a big barrier.
Yeah.
I can't do terminal.
I know, yeah. And so basically we went and prototyped some stuff, like a lot of people did. And then around 2012, 2013, we started sharing it at events like this with our peers. And our peers were like, we want to have that code. You guys are way far ahead of us. And we said, well, we didn't think about sharing this code at the time. We just thought about creating something. So we decided to go to the U.S. National Science Foundation and say, we got this thing, people want it. Can you fund us to turn it into an open source product? And they did. And next thing you know, we have Open OnDemand. And we're just in the right place at the right time. That's what it comes down to.
For me, this is new. I didn't know about this history.
Yeah.
So you found a demand, you had a demand. You notice you are solving a big problem out there.
Correct.
Funding and this just the scale. It's amazing like how your community is growing over time, organically, I think.
Exactly. It really is. We're now at over 2,100 sites that use us, 100 plus countries.
And are you aware that now we are integrating ThinLinc into Open?
And I'm excited about
this project. So
yeah.
How is this integration going to work?
So well, first off, one of the things I'm so appreciative of the fact that you all approached us, ThinLinc and Cendio approached us about this integration. We've got a limited number of resources and we have lots of great ideas and not enough time. And so when somebody like you all that are really engaged and motivated and know your stuff, you guys know your technical stuff, come to us and say that, hey, we'd like to do this and here's how we'd like to do it. It's just music to my ears to be able to hear that. So appreciate the fact you've done that. Basically what you all are doing is the fact that we rely upon VNC for some of our interactive desktops. You're experts in VNC. You help maintain and support no VNC.
Yeah.
And ThinLinc is based upon that. And so it's a not too heavy of a lift, but it's a little bit of a lift to be able to say, okay, instead of having our default no VNC connection talk to basically an X11 windowing system, be it XFC, whatever, via X11, instead we're gonna have an app that actually directs that connection to a ThinLinc server.
Yeah.
And you all have done some amazing stuff. Just to kind of toot your own horns here, we were in a meeting recently and I didn't expect a live demo, and you showed me a live demo of it actually working that blew my mind. And that was great. Yeah. So I think that's going to be coming hopefully first few months of 2026.
Yes.
Where we will announce it publicly. We'll be pushing out to our community. I know at OSC in particular, where I work at, we're excited about this because we've been talking for a while about getting a ThinLinc deployment to meet some of our secure enclave type needs from our clients.
Cool.
So I think that we'll have it on our flagship Open OnDemand deployment as well. And I'm sure there's a variety of other people that will also have it as well.
What calls my attention, and I think is really nice about Open OnDemand, is this open platform that you have. So let's say it's possible to put this add-on for ThinLinc there, and basically it's more choices.
Correct.
People are not locked to go here or there. This is offering more possibilities.
Yep. And it expands the community. And there's a lot of. We're not the only site out there that's expressed interest in having Open OnDemand and ThinLinc, as you're well aware.
Yeah.
And so making that as an option to the entities that want it, which we know there are. There's a market interest from there. Like going back to the whole thing, there's a need there.
Yeah.
And we know that there's going to be some great interest.
Yes. One thing I have learned is every organization, they have different pains. Some people maybe, maintaining a VNC server can be hard. Another one, no, that's totally fine. They are okay with that. So one thing I learned is that having more choices benefit in general. So, but it's not everybody that will want to have that. But that's okay.
Well, it's just like, right now we know that not everybody uses Slurm. Right? We know that not everybody uses, for example, CI logon or OIDC for authentication, and so we need to provide that variety of choice. And that's great for our ecosystem in general, having that competitiveness, having the options and learning from one another and bring things in. It's great.
This is really cool. This, as you say, ecosystem, right? So you have any idea how many people around the world have contributed to Open OnDemand?
It's funny. I do have the exact number. I don't know it off the top of my head, but I do know that it's over 100 people have contributed to the core repo of that.
This is amazing.
So,
and they do that with love, of course. They really they have this sense of ownership.
Yep. And I've only got a few staff members that work for me that actually get paid to do this and everything. But there's a lot of people out there that have seen the value of this being part of the community, and we love the fact that it is a huge community out there that really wants to be engaged, wants to not just make things better for whatever their particular use case is and their clients, but for the broader community, the broader use case, the broader clients.
Cool.
I mean, we know there's 1 million+ researchers around the world every year that interact or connect to an Open OnDemand instance.
Cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
What a journey.
Yeah.
And I'm happy as well that we have crossed our roads, let's say like that, with Azure as well. Azure use Open OnDemand in their Cycle Cloud workspace for Slurm. So we have ThinLinc there as well, and now we have also. So that powerful ecosystem model is fantastic. I mean, some people deploy on Azure, they get a benefit, but people that just have Open OnDemand on their own installation, they also get the benefit. So.
And that's another example. I don't know if you know the story there, but that's another example with Xavier of somebody has some passion. So Microsoft gives their employees, I don't know if it's 10, 15, 20% free time for passion projects. Open OnDemand on Azure was a passion project for Xavier, who now it's a huge thing that they officially support as a product and are deploying videos and talking about it here on the show floor and everything, right? We never know where things are going to go.
Thanks a lot, and a good future for Open OnDemand.
I'm looking forward to it. The future is bright, and I love having partners like Cendio and ThinLinc. I think it's going to be a great partnership that we're going to be able to highlight next year and everything. So
thanks for your time.
Yeah.